Let's discuss today the importance of social skills for our kids and how can we help them develop healthy and helpful social skills that can help them in their childhood and as well when they grow up and they need it in their personal and professional life. So, unfortunately, sometimes the culture expects from children to all have natural social skills, and kids who are a little bit shy or introverted are labeled as shy or labeled as not very friendly from a very early age, and it starts to become an issue when it's definitely not. As we've mentioned over and over, God subhanahu wa ta'ala has created every child and every baby different. We are all unique in our own ways. Everyone has things that they're really good at and things they need to develop and work on. So as we always say, the very first thing that we need to remind ourselves of is acceptance. We accept our child the way they are. Sometimes I hear parents saying things like, well, our eldest is very social, she's very nice to people, but our youngest is not as social as we would want her to be, or the opposite. Well, it's not about what we want them to be. It's about accepting them the way they are. And when we do that, we help them become the best version they can of themselves. If we make them feel that something is wrong with them, that they need to change, that they shouldn't be the way they are, it becomes a very difficult challenge on them, and it becomes very frustrating on us. So how do kids learn social skills? It starts from a very young age. In the first year, there is a lot that we can do to develop the social skills of children. Babies are social beings. They want connection and they want human interaction, not like we might think that they just need their basic needs. Actually, social interaction is a basic need. So talking to your baby, narrating what you might be doing to them. Now we're gonna change, now we're gonna take a shower, now I'm gonna feed you. Discussing things with them and talking to them while you're doing things to them is very helpful. Reading to your children from a young age in the first year has shown very good results in their social skills, their language development, their academic life. So basically we're communicating, we're helping them, we're talking to them, we're communicating with them, we're using facial expressions, we're using body language, we're helping them learn about communication. When they start to get a little older, it's important to acknowledge the small efforts. If they are naturally social and likes connecting with strangers, that's good, and we encourage it and make sure that they're staying safe. But at the same time, when they say hi or respond to someone saying salam alaikum, we acknowledge that they were friendly. If they're not, we give them time. Some kids are just what we call slow to warm up. It takes them a little while to adapt to a new environment, whether it's a new house or even just being in an outing with people that they haven't met before or even have met but didn't see for a while, or people who are not very close. It just takes them time to get connected and feel more comfortable. And the more we pressure them and try to push them to communicate and connect when they're not ready, the more anxious they would actually get, and they probably get more clingy and more quiet. We want to give them time till they're ready and just say that we're here till they're ready to mingle. If you're leaving them, for instance, in a party or at school, it's okay to be prepared in time to stay with them for a few minutes till they feel more comfortable. It's a good idea always to prepare them to what's going to happen. So who is going to be at the gathering, what they're going to do. These kids feel more comfortable when they know what to expect. They don't really enjoy surprises. And when they show any sign of that they're trying to connect or be friendly, it's very important to acknowledge that. I remember when my eldest was very young and she would be shy around strangers, and then someone was trying to connect with her and say hi, and she smiled, and I told her, after they left, I told her that was very sweet and friendly of you to smile back when they said hi. I noticed that after this, whenever someone was trying to communicate, she started saying hi. After a while, she started waving. So they're gonna take their time, and the more we encourage them by focusing on what they can do and thinking of it as baby steps for the long term, the more helpful we can be for them. Another important skill that as our kids start to grow up, we want to help them learn to listen. Of course, the first part of this is us modeling. How do we listen? If they're talking to us, are we on our mobile phones or our laptops or washing the dishes or just being busy and just telling them to talk when we're not giving enough attention, and then we interrupt and do something else, or we're bored of them telling the story for the 10th time, so we actually are talking about the same cartoon for the 100th time, so we're not even in the mood to listen. I know it's hard sometimes, but we need to remember that this is their way of connecting with us. Another good idea to help them practice active listening is while we're reading, for instance, if we're reading for them or telling them a story, it's a good idea to stop in the middle and ask them, what have you learned so far? Did you notice anything? What do you think of what happened? What do you think is going to happen? So this is a way to keep them involved and engaged and keep them their minds active and focused on what's happening. Another very important skill that our kids learn to have social skills and to have healthy and helpful relationships and friendships is teaching them empathy. Empathy is the ability to put myself in someone else's shoes and try to understand how they're feeling. Again, the main way they're going to learn about this is from us practicing it with them. So if we are empathetic with them, we show them that we understand how they feel, we help them with their emotions, we understand their needs, automatically they get to learn to do this with others. They will actually, you will notice that they will start doing this with you. So talking about how something might have made someone feel or might have made them feel, or me, myself, talking about my emotions is very helpful for them to help and understand empathy and start practicing it. Also, pretend play and a lot of kinds of play are very helpful for social skills. Play is the core of everything, all the skills that kids need, especially at the early years. So remember that when your kid is doing pretend play, when they want to play with you, that they are the teacher and you are the student, that they are the doctor and you are the patient. If they're trying to play any sort of pretend play, playing with animals, dinosaurs, all these are very, very important for their social skills. Sometimes people think that this is a waste of time. They should be learning something or doing something like more helpful, like a puzzle. And we need to focus that social skills are as important, if not more important, than other skills. Focus on what they like to do, because especially in extracurricular activities and sports, if you want your kid to be engaged and have fun and socialize, it would most probably be in something that they're interested in. If they're doing something that they're not very interested in, they will probably not be enjoying, so they will not be actually really learning, and they will be disengaged. So listen to their cues, listen to them when they express that they're uncomfortable with the situation or they don't like to go to a specific place. Sometimes their gut feeling is actually telling them something important. Respect their personal space, especially as they start to grow up, so they get to learn that they respect the personal space of others. And the last thing is to help them and teach them set boundaries, to help them say no when they need to help them respect the boundaries of others, respect others. And again, this is going to happen by us respecting them and setting clear boundaries with them. Best of luck, and I'll see you next time, inshallah.